Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cloudy Sheep and we are playing some Afghanistan 11. Things are going pretty well and in our favour, but of course there's still quite a couple of enemies around, some militias, some Taliban, some opium, which we have found over here. So we're gonna try to cancel all of these effects. Let's have a look at these villages over here in the east.
Copy that.
Over here. So let's do that.
New intel incoming. IED detected.
Come on, knowledge and IDs. Good to know, I think, but maybe not very crucial.
Copy solid.
Can we get over here? Cannot. So let's see what we should be doing over here first. We've got an AMRAP without any unit in it. I don't think there's anyone in here. We do have the Buffalo. We should have the Husky over here. I think it's time to move the Husky over there because we have a special forces in the supply truck. And I do want to bring them back to this base so they can basically start to train up some infantry, but I just want to make sure that this road is clear first of any IEDs and mines and all that, so
Copy that.
let's move up the Husky.
IED detected.
And we're lucky to do so. Although we wouldn't have reached
Affirmative.
this turn anyway. This is a supply truck and they are very, very squishy. They don't have only one
Copy that.
hit point and they can't actually be... Well, if they hit a mine, it's basically good. So, let's see here, what else have we got? Basically, I would like to get these guys into this village, but that might be a bit difficult to actually bring into play. So, let's see what we can do here. And I'm not too sure. Well, I think the Buffalo.
We're Oscar Mike.
Base. Do we think we can maybe pick them up halfway? Let's try that. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't.
Copy that.
As far as we can go. Pick you up.
Copy solid.
Nope, no chance to do it there.
We're Oscar Mike.
I don't mind. That happens. We got these guys who are supposed to destroy the opium field up there. But
Moving out. Village uncooperative.
check over there first.
Copy that.
Didn't gain much. So we drop these guys off.
Roger.
And destroy
We're
the
Oscar Mike. Opium crop destroyed.
massive amount of points. Actually capped at 10,000. Should be
Affirmative.
But either way, we should be looking to buy some things. Not much else we can do, even though, as I say that, it's kind of tempting to do that.
Copy that. Eyes on Taliban.
It's very interesting. So, with that in mind, I think we should be looking to withdraw these guys, but what? That's actually...
Be advised. Militia in the area. Eyes on Taliban.
Look at that, look at that. So, we called in a Reaper to get a bit more intel on this area over here. And we actually did get some intel that will be very helpful. because in the midterm we will need to use our guys here. Well, basically we want our Afghan National Forces units to be a bit more active in fighting and not just visiting. Now, we can't drop them off here, which is a bit of a pity. But we could drop them off here and then attack into these mountains. Do we think that's a good idea? Or do we want to get some...
Roger. Taking fire.
Too bad. Too bad. But the good thing is these guys get promoted anyway every time they fight. They don't really have very good chances though, so we're gonna pick up the US forces at least to counter these Taliban.
Copy, solid. Copy, solid. Taking fire.
And we keep on losing. It's hilariously bad. Okay, what else can I do? These guys I think are all pretty much done, and there's really not much we can do over here. We got these special forces over here, which we do need the supply run from these guys. But I think before we do that, we can actually move
Roger.
back into the mountains here.
Copy,
Supply
solid.
them. And start moving back.
Moving out.
That does leave us to do with these guys and actually with these special forces. Although, you know,
Moving out.
just walk them to the base and do start to train up. We do have some helicopters, and we don't really have ASVs, so I think that's what we need. But I really want to kill these guys. So, how do we go about that? We have some more units, and I think it might make sense to actually buy an Apache, which wouldn't be too expensive right now, or a howitzer, which also would not be too expensive. You know what? Let's get the Apache, which is a funny unit and which I haven't had too much experience with. And we generally want to be not too close to the enemy actually, to fly with these guys.
Copy, solid. Affirmative.
Excellent, so we finally got these guys, and over here, let's pick up
Copy, solid.
guys and start to either
Copy that.
Do you have any movement points? We don't. In infantry. Supply trucks, skip, shit. You know what? We can actually pick up an infantry here.
Copy, solid.
Is with something. Does
Moving
it
out.
count towards the base? I'm not too sure. It does not. Ever.
Copy that.
We can remove the infantry and it's in the base, it will heal. That's very good. No point in moving you out.
Searching for IEDs.
Don't think we'll find anything, but you know what? Not trying. There's probably some intel around. Maybe up here. I see some. Oh, it was over here. We could actually... Do we have an ammo up here? No, I think it was over there, right? The supply truck? No, we don't want to do that. Too risky. Let's get your turn. You, I think, must skip your turn. Skip your turn. Skip your turn. And did I overlook something? Do we have two supply trucks? Oh no, one was the buffalo. Taliban infantry detected. What do we do about this militia over here? We could bomb it. But I don't think that's a good idea. That's just
Militia spotted.
ah, that's very nice. So I think we actually know now that this is a cave, and that militia is spawning here and moving down to that direction. Let's first do a evac here. And evac, you do need to skip your turn, just so we know that everything is clear. You guys can
Copy solid.
try to do some
Moving
spotting.
out.
You did find anything this turn. You actually go to
We're Oscar Mike.
base. Let's shoot you.
Copy solid.
Some more intel to be grabbed down there. Maybe a good idea to do that. Even though these two guys are... There's a lot of healing to be done right now. Maybe let's first grab some
Roger.
water.
Village uncooperative.
Or not.
Copy that.
But at least it does increase health and mics, and it's been demonstrated to these people that
Moving
give
out.
you very bad details. I think all is good over here. Everything is in shape. We do have the fuel. Some of these units are slowly getting back up. The Afghan infantry. The
We're
helicopter
Oscar Mike.
put in as well. Just some means of transportation over there. But let's see here. I really want to kill these guys over there, and I would like to do it with these guys. Can we actually do that? I think we might.
Roger.
We can pick them up with the Chinook. You guys leave, and let's see where we can drop you off. It's a bit difficult because these guys actually can't move across the
Copy that.
river, but when we are over there, that might help us to spot a couple of things.
We're Oscar Mike. Copy solid. Militia spotted. Affirmative. Taking fire.
And we keep on losing. It's so frustrating. But at least with the militia, they do disperse when you attack them. So it's a bit unfortunate that these guys are wounded now, but they do get promoted anyway, and the militia is dispersed anyway. So it's not actually quite that bad. I'd like to pick you up, but I don't think we can. Actually, since we do have these guys over there, I think they have a range of 5. So
Copy
they
that.
should be fine.
Copy that.
Again, we didn't win, but they at least dispersed. So, not too much of a loss. You have no one in there.
Roger.
Choose to go to base. Would like to check out down there, but I think all of these guys are wounded. There's no much point in that. Now, we do have quite a lot of points, and I think we do should take a look at the world map and see where we build maybe our second base. We've seen quite a bit of activity up here, but I think it would be very hard to counter that. Maybe we could build one up here, and just to keep an eye on these things and see how that develops. Could be supplied, but I'm somewhat reluctant because it's so far in the mountains. There's no road there. It's all the supply basically would go by a helicopter, so that's a bit of a Dien Bien Phu scenario if you're familiar with the French disaster in Indochina, so in Vietnam. There's this, which also is maybe not too important to attack. You could also think about building something down here. Basically I want to have something where I can lob grenades and so on, and enemies then have a bit of a supply activity. This thing is really isolated. It could be reached by a road, but again the road is so long that all the IDs would probably be somewhat devastating. So I'm thinking building up a forward operating base maybe down here, just to make sure that everything is down, is well in that valley. Or again maybe up here. Now we did encounter some opium fields here, and I think the other alternative would be at the base of this mountain, maybe cover with artillery all this area. But again, it would maybe be a bit hard to make much use of that. So, not actually too sure, but we should be looking into that just so we can continue to train some Afghan national forces. So I think, with this rather remote location down here, I think that's where we should be trying to build our fort. Although this would have the advantage that waterworks might be easier to serve from here. But it would be so far off. Could we think about maybe building a bridge up here? I'm not too sure. Maybe we could build bridges all the way up here. So then it would be a rather short trip. Maybe I think we could just look at that sort of scenario. Take the Husky that has more fuel.
Copy, solid.
Make that trip. Just to make sure, and you can see how much effort it takes to just simply keep one of these routes open.
We're Oscar Mike.
As a reliable transport channel. Supply truck, do we want to load up anything in particular? There's enough supplies here really, so I think the supply truck is actually going to load more UN supplies. Not yet sure where we'll get with that. And turn because you need to heal, and turn because you don't have anywhere to move. Same really for you. You need to refuel. Or not need to. You're there as a backup. I would like to use you to get these guys out, but you can't do that right now. Just refuel. Wait. No sense of moving you out right now.
Black Hawk repaired. Militia spotted.
This is a really good spot. We're spotting so much militia over here that we can actually...
Roger.
not kill them, but nevertheless disperse them, which still is fantastic. Can we kill that
Copy,
right
solid.
away? Don't think we can, but...
Affirmative.
Just before we evacuate, do
Copy that.
something useful. Okay.
Searching for IEDs.
Should pick some hearts and minds, probably in that village down there. Pick you up again.
Copy, solid.
And really do get you home to rest.
We're Oscar Mike.
This guy will also need to go back. Our political power plants are, I think, capping out, so I'm going to buy some more special forces just so we can have a look at everything. We don't really need this, but let's buy it anyway because it's cheap and we do have the points to spend. We can also buy a bit more infantry. Maybe another buffalo. Let's see. Over here, no intel, no intel, no intel, so all you guys are good. The buffalo. So, how much does a bridge cost? 500. It's quite a bit, but not too bad. So we could build a road up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then start building a bridge down here. would be fairly expensive. Would be like 3,000 points or something like that. Which is rather substantial. But on the other hand, we've seen so many units spawn here that, you know, maybe a nice little forward operating base. Let's see. Where's it? We could build one here and would have one adjacent point. Which isn't too much, to be honest. So I think we're just gonna have to keep clearing that with infantry. Yeah, but for now, deselect, deselect, deselect.
Copy solid.
Just do refuel. Special forces. There's some intel over there to be gathered, but I think we can
Moving out.
apply our knowledge and move a bit over there. No point moving up.
We're Oscar Mike.
But I do want to keep you over here. Again, no intel, so you guys can chill. Don't spend any points. UN supplies. These guys are pretty loyal, but
We're Oscar Mike.
we're gonna move over there and just so we can move out when things get going. You do need to heal up. Oh, we got some special forces in here. Okay. Yeah, right. We just hired these guys. Do we want to move them out? Maybe over here, so we can keep an eye on things up there. What have we got that can... Yeah, let's load up some special forces in the Black Hawk appropriately and drop them off right over... We should actually be able to drop them off here.
Affirmative.
Not sure what the icon was there, but it should be rapidly cut down. Oh yeah, there we go. There it is.
Moving out.
Back. You guys,
Copy that.
want to go there and build an
Affirmative.
observation post. So we have a nice little view there. You guys have the A10 Warthog strike now, which means you are all the way leveled up, which is really nice to know. But you do need to turn. Husky doesn't have anything to do, supply truck is still back up. Chinook, only 1 point remaining. No sense in using that. Do we have some Afghans here? Yes, we do. So, let's pick them up. And get some intel down here.
Copy that.
If we can.
Be advised. Taliban in the area.
That was not that nice.
Roger. Village uncooperative. Copy that.
They're probably somewhere around here. I should probably have made that move
Copy
earlier,
solid.
just so we know where they are approximately and can send out some special forces to hunt them down. I can also send you out and you can see the range of the howitzer now, which is really, really massive, and maybe a great asset. But since you move you, the MREP really can't move down here, so yeah, just stay where you are. You need to refuel anyway. This was a bit unfortunate, but just
Taliban spotted.
okay. That's a ballsy move, I would say. Let's see. They are right next to us, and we can't detect them. This is kind of stupid. Sometimes it does that. But let's see if we can review.
Roger. Taking fire. We're Oscar Mike.
Let's again pick up our infantry here. At least these guys should be doing a bit better because they are all the way leveled up.
We're Oscar Mike.
Okay, that didn't work.
Roger.
to get and so do you.
We're Oscar Mike.
The MRAP doesn't really have enough points. We could move them out with a Chinook. It's a bit really stupid to just move literally a couple of squares from the map, but I think that's what we might need to do.
Roger.
Though, on the other hand, as I just said, these guys cannot really gain any experience. Still, it's what it. Let's take the Apache here.
Copy solid.
Not sure we actually got a hit there. What else have we got over here? We could try to pick up these special forces.
Copy solid. Copy solid.
Just to get some vision.
Moving out. Copy that. Affirmative.
Not that much of a win. You can skip down. Don't think there's any intel. So we do know about Taliban movements around about here, which somewhat makes me think we actually should be moving down there with the Chinook, but I'm gonna wait for some of these things to finish, just so we have a bit more backup there. You definitely need to wait. Do we really want to move up there? Not yet. He's waiting. Everyone over here is waiting. You will move out with the next sort of infantry control pattern. You need to heal. You, I think, could maybe try to hunt them down, and let's move out for that purpose. You might wait. Let's wait, because we don't have the eyes to see anyone.
Kilo repaired. Taliban spotted. Taking fire.
How can we lose against these guys so badly?
Eyes on Taliban. Be advised. Militia in the area.
And we've spotted some militia over here, which is of course very lovely. This not so much.
We're Oscar Mike.
So, just heal up. Let's see. Do we have in particular any Afghan forces over here? Pick you guys up. And let's see if we can't get
Copy solid.
55, let's take it. Very nice. That means we can actually get some ANA special forces, which is a very lovely idea.
Copy solid.
Very much like. Because also that means we can now see these guys again. And I think we're just gonna take... Not gonna try to move anyone out, be very fancy about it.
Roger.
Just take the artillery. Kill them. Very nice. We kept out on our points again. But that's fine and dandy. Our American forces I think we can bring home.
Copy
This
solid.
guy also needs some refueling.
We're Oscar Mike.
Perfectly fine. Stay here. Any intel? Yeah, down there. And up here. So, where do we want to go really? No particular point in moving anywhere. Especially, I think if we are going to move out, it's a lovely
Copy
idea
that.
to take the hostage
Roger.
first,
Copy solid.
and the MRAP second. Drop off
Copy
our
that.
guys.
Intel incoming. IED detected.
More IDs. It's fine. They're so far off the edge of the map that right now that doesn't really matter. Can we get the UN8 over here this turn? We cannot. But we can move it close enough.
Copy that.
Just so we under the cover of these guys.
Copy solid. UN8
Yeah, we
delivered.
can. And that does increase our hearts and minds. The Apache, as long as I don't have any particular target except these guys, I'm not sure whether it's worth moving out in a special forces. We could try to check again on the maps where we know stuff is happening.
Moving out.
Maybe do get a nice patrol pattern over here. You guys, I think, now that the other guys are out there, can also start to train up some units. We have a couple of helicopters, but maybe artillery would be interesting, just because you've seen how powerful it is and that it can be used to actually skip the helicopter. There's some intel to be gathered way over there. There should be no, let's move you out like that. Take you out.
Copy solid.
And start flying over.
We're Oscar Mike.
Hopefully not capturing the Taliban. No, that's very nice. We did visit that one down there. This one, we should be visiting with the US infantry. AMREP doesn't have a job right now. The Buffalo. We could start building up that road, and I think that's a very lovely idea.
Copy solid.
Just so we can get some of our points. I'm not yet sure we really want to do all that and then build all these bridges, but at least it's an idea.
Searching for IEDs.
Really should be any. All verifying and then even. So, about this base down here, where do we want it to be? Maybe we shouldn't be building it on the road itself, because there isn't really any point in doing that. Do we have one of the MI8s? How far can he actually go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I think it's probably 20 points. So, if we are around about here, we should be able to reach that village, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. This one might be alright. We could have a view on that one as well. And just be sort of in the middle of that. And there's no point in being on the road, because we know we won't have any vehicles traveling down here. So you know what? Actually, that sounds very lovely to me. So let's grab our Chinook and stop that, but do load it up and start building a base, which is fairly expensive when you build it by the Chinook. That's fine, because we know what we want, and that we want it to be supplyable by helicopter anyway. Right about here.
Copy that.
Should be very fine. And we can immediately drop off these guys in there. and really start to train some infantry, because we now have the ability to do more of that. And with that, I think the Chinook can't go on this turn, so no point in ending the turn in the open. Actually, certainly can skip. Or can it? Because overall we did have a militia over here, didn't we? Let's see what we can do.
Airstrike confirmed.
Didn't really kill it, but at least dispersed.
Moving out.
And that I think should be better.
Moving out.
And turn.
New ANA unit deployed.
Cost of special forces has decreased. Good, but not really crucial, because we do have so many and I don't think we're gonna buy any. There's a 30% handover target here, and you can see it's accelerating. So right now we do have a good ratio of Afghan National Army units, 46%, but that's only gonna last until turn 30, and then we are actually expected to have nearly 50% ready. So it's important to just keep on training, guys, as we're doing here. So that's very valuable. Here we should also be training some people, or we actually just did and got another APC. So we should be continuing to do to follow these efforts. Get the some more intelligence here. Waterworks is broken down again there. Some angel here. So that's all very nice. But I think all of that is gonna have to wait until next time. Thank you.